We even had our own electricity. We had the brightest light in the whole island. And after my dad and my mom divorced, I came home to a very sad home. Water was not running anymore. Electricity is all dark. My mom had a resort to using kerosene for a lamp and all that stuff. And Christopher always just, even when the money stopped, as far as wages goes, he stuck it out with my mom. Many people did. Many people stuck it out with my mom. And he was always one of the loyal friends that my mom, even throughout the years. And so ever since my dad and my mom divorced, when they divorced, my dad and I migrated to the United States. Somewhere in 1983, my dad got homesick, started to go back to the Philippines again, thinking of rebuilding the resort. It never materialized. So my dad left the Philippines. I migrated back here, leaving me and my brother back there. But by then, my brother and I lived in a very big city, a modern city. And whenever I get homesick or get sick and tired of all the pollutions, the city life, then I would go home to the island. And there I could take off my defense shield and just drop my guard and just be completely at home. It also brought a lot of challenges of where to get the next meal, or where to hunt, where to fish, or how to catch frogs and snakes and all whatever swam or crawled. You betcha. They all taste like chicken, and they were not always chicken. Oh yeah. And throughout those years, I would go home once in a couple of months. Christopher would always be there with a few others. I remember I said something really nasty at him one day, and he just took the proverbial mirror and shined it on my face, and boy did it hurt. He told me I had a bigger log in my eyes than the speck of his eyes. But even then, after all that, I heard him say, "I love you too." as a very young boy, I would remember him being drunk. And man, they would have some drinking parties, and well, most commonly when they do get drunk, somebody always starts a fight. But he would have nothing to do with it. But it was always his brothers. It was always his younger brothers that would start all these fights among themselves. And oh, he got into it too. Either try to break them up, or if they did not listen, he would break them up. But he was a very well-loved man in the village, in the barrio. I don't know. It makes me sad that I did not get to spend more time with him. Looking back throughout the years, I should have stayed back home. I should have, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder who controls our destiny. You know, how much of our selves puts us where and when and what. But looking at it now, I wish I never did the Brad Pitt move where he would go away to a far country and come home every so many years. And I keep wondering what my life would have been. Well, naturally, there wouldn't be any Johnny Be Good. Life would have been very, very simple. But it's all gone now. Nothing I can do to change it. So what do we do in a case like this? Well, we celebrate his memory. You know, I've always thought that the funerals and the wake is not for the dead. The wake and the funerals are always for the living. It's for the living that gives a chance to goodbye to the dead. The dead is dead. The dead ain't there. The dead could care less what happens, right? It just makes me sad that I did not do more to keep in touch with him. Well, as the song goes, regrets, I have a few. Well, in my case, regrets, I have a lot. I don't know. if any of you out there would like to contribute to his grieving family in any way, I will put a link or a description to where you guys can send your donations if any of you would be kind enough to be interested, and take it for what it's for. I mean, I will give the name and how to do it. I would not like to receive the donations. I think it would be improper that I should receive it and give it to him. I don't want to create any issues or any doubts, questions. So if any of you are interested, the best way I know how is go to Walmart, send it through MoneyGram, send it to Gregoria Oran. I will write it down on the description, and they sure could use it. It doesn't have to be big. Anyway, it's getting a little bit too dark here, so we'll cut the video. And once again, thank you for listening and